Most students panic when they see negative exponents. But I promise you, after watching this video, you will not panic anymore when you see negative exponents. Let's look at the first one. So we always want to get rid of the negative exponents as soon as possible. Now, to get rid of this negative exponent here, all you need to do is just flip what's inside the brackets here. So you'll have q over p squared, and then that allows you to make the exponent positive. Divide by q over p to the power of 6. Now, these brackets here, even though they put them there, but there's no need at all for them from right at the start. You don't need those brackets. They don't serve anything. Now, when we have an exponent outside of the brackets, we distribute this exponent inside the brackets, both to the top and to the bottom. Remember, this q here has a 1 on top. So you multiply the exponent here, and you're going to get q to the power of 3 over, and multiply the 3 into the 2 here, you get p to the power of 6. And you change the division to multiplication, and you flip the divisor, and you're going to get p to the power of 6 over q. Now p to the 6 and p to the 6 cancel out. Q cancels, and q goes into q cubed, q squared times. Your final answer is q squared. How about here? So here we're going to do the same thing that we did here. Flip all of this, make the exponent positive. So we're going to get 3y all over negative 2x squared to the power of positive 3. And we're going to change this division to multiplication right away, and that becomes x over 1 if you wish. Now, we're going to distribute the exponent and all of the exponents inside the brackets. Now, lots of students, they think there's a 1 here and there's a 2, and they ignore that each number here has an exponent of 1 as well. So there's a 1 on the 3 and there's a 1 on the negative 2. So we're going to have 3, and the 3 times 1 here is going to give you 3 cubed, and then 3 times 1 we're going to give you y cubed. Negative, when the exponent is odd, it's going to stay negative, and the 2 here has a 1, so 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 here gives you x to the 6 times x. Now, this here is going to give me 27 y cubed, because 3 cubed is 27, all over negative 2 cubed is going to be 8, and we have x to the power of 6 times x, or x over 1 if you wish. Now this x cancels, and this x to the 6 becomes x to the 5, because x goes into x to the 6, x to the 5 times. And my final answer will be 27 y cubed all over negative 8 x to the 5. And we will do one more. Here's the third question. Lots of students panic when they see a negative exponent outside of the brackets, and also negative exponents inside the brackets. Some students choose to distribute the negative exponent inside here right away. That's fine, as long as you know what you're doing, but that's not what I prefer doing. Let me show you a trick that if you follow it, things become much easier for you. So what I'm going to do here, you see this negative exponent here? I'm going to bring x to the negative 2 to the bottom of the fraction instead of the top, and I could make the exponent positive. I still have z cubed here, and I still have the y on top, and that's still negative 3 times, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I have the z cubed right there, I have the x to the 5 right there. They're fine where they are, but the y to the negative 2, I'm going to bring it to the top and make it, or make the exponent positive. And we still have the negative 1 right here. Now we flip this, we make the exponent positive. So we have x squared z cubed over y all to the power of positive 3 times this here going to be x to the 5 z cubed y squared all to the power of 1. And guess what? If it's to the power of 1, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this brackets and this brackets because there is no need since we don't have an exponent in. We have an exponent 1, but it doesn't affect the exponents on the inside. So let me just get rid of this. But here we have to distribute the exponent inside now. You're going to have x to the power of 6, z to the power of 9, multiplying the exponents here. But don't forget the y has a 1 as well, and you still have to multiply the 3 into the 1, and you're going to get y cubed times x to the 5 over z cubed y squared. Now, z cubed cancels, and z to the 9 becomes z to the 6. And now we cannot reduce anymore. So we multiply right across. X to the 6 times x to the 5 is x to the 11. And we have z to the 6 all over y cubed times y squared is y to the 5. This is the fastest and easiest way to get rid of negative exponents. I hope you followed it, but if you didn't, just watch the video again. It will make more sense to you, and it will help you when you're dealing with negative exponents. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.